In order to better the lives of Lagosians, the Sanwo-Olu-led administration put a ban on tricycles and bikes, popularly known as keke napeps and okada. But this seems to have done more harm than good to the people. The buses are not enough. People have to stand for long hours at bus stops, and people are complaining. The ban is as a result of the death rates in hospitals. There's been lots of increase in the death rate, and so to reduce accidents in the state, the government decided to put a ban on the tricycles and the bikes. Please.
Oluwaseun.
Okay, since the ban on keke and bike, what has your experiences been so far?
Terrible because I was expecting other transport systems to actually step up. Basically, the small buses, maybe there should be an influx, more buses should be available. Then there's this sudden hike in tariff for all this Taxify, Uber, and stuff, so it's not really making things work out. And you can't just take away bikes and take away keke, though it was rowdy and causing traffic and all sorts, but you can't take away those things without putting other means of transport in place. If you are going to take away the bikes and take away the keke, you have plans of the new contract that a certain political figure has to bring in all these small vehicles, all these mini vehicles for transport. That should be available before you take it off. And recently, man, if you look at everywhere, it's rowdy. The bus stops are filled up. People keep trekking. I had to trek down from ICM down here to even stand a chance to get the bus. And I'm still here trying to get Taxify. So it actually is very terrible. So far, it's been really terrible. So I don't know. They just need to look into it. If you don't want, if you want to limit the accidents and all, fine. But then again, there has to be another means. If there will be certain policies that will be guiding them, at least if it's just going to be this route, basically the major routes that people need to move from to get to their houses, it makes more sense. You can't take them away from the major roads. Then let them walk inside. Ikeja now, I can't go to Ikeja most times if I'm not following Taxify or Uber because there's no transport system to go in there, man. If you don't have it, are you now telling us that, oh, we don't have rides, we shouldn't live in Lagos again, we should go back to our village or what?
Sorry, not. Agbo favor. Agbo favor.
Okay, since they banned keke and bikes, what has been your experiences so far?
I always trek every day, and if I reach home, my leg go always pay me. I don't always feel comfortable, and I always go outside. I don't have time to go work again.
Where is your school?
Oluyole,
Okay, so getting a bus from Oluyole to where's your house?
Ogba.
So how do you when you want to get a bus from Oluyole to Ogba, how long does it take you?
Ah, more than 1 hour.
More than an hour.
Yes.
How about you? What has your experiences been?
We do trek every day from Oregun to Ogba. So to see bus is very hard. So that I will check every day.
How about you?
Our experience is very bad. Like coming to school is that easy, but going back home is not that easy. Like increase in transport fee, and sometimes on Monday, I trekked to school and I also trekked home back to school yesterday. Because that's been really tough, bro. We're just coping. Today, we're just sitting there in this bus. So we just decided to sit down there. If not, we could have trekked and by now, still on the road going back to back.
So what do you think the government should do better?
They should bring back our keke and okada so that we'll go back home safely. We're crying.
The BRT to do our own because our own is not there. Just always do Ikeja, Bega. We will not do Ogba to Ojota or Ojota to Ogba. So it's supposed to tell them. The BRT that it is, so that we do our own.
I think that is not the right word for it. It has affected me so many ways. For instance, now, I started a trading course on Allen Ikeja. Every day when I get there, I have to walk from Allen, that's Towing, to grammar school, that far, before I can get bike home, or probably just look for a way to get, that area that as it, they don't really disturb them like that. So what I'm trying to say is this: it's not for, if the government wants to do something like this, maybe a new development, there should always be an alternative. For instance, expansion of the road, so there won't be traffic. I heard it was because the bike and the what's it called, NAPEP, is what is causing traffic. But now we've realized that that is not what is causing traffic. That is even what is reducing the traffic. So everything is just disorganized. I'm not happy about it at all. So it should just be reversed. They should stop it. It's madness. Every day, I'm serious. You can see me walking now. I just stopped there, waited for 3 hours. Now, from now, I'm now taking another route. From this other route now, I can get a bus, but I will still have to walk down because of the traffic. I do that every day. Even with me having my transportation fee with me. I do that every day.
Well, it affects us a lot, but it's a very good idea because here and there there's no accident, no any robbery again. The only issue that we are facing that we trek a long distance. If government can make a provision, maybe a little bus to cushion the fare, so to making, I'm going to Bagana, I have to trek all around, or maybe going to Lausa before I can get a means of transportation. I've trekked a lot and all my legs are paining me. So if government can come to our rescue by providing us a little means, so it will alleviate our suffering, it's a very good commendation. And I pray for the government of Sanwo-Olu, Abi. Yes, the God will continue to uphold him and continue to support him. It's a very good gesture. Yes, that is.
The first question of how it's affected movement, of course, is difficult for everybody. Like you can see, we waste a lot of time at the bus stops, and then we have to trek a lot. And I believe government should roll out more buses, especially these mini buses, and also fix the interior roads to enable these buses ply them, since keke marawa and bikes are no longer available. As a matter of urgency, government should do it.
While waiting for a bus, like how long does it take for you to get a bus?
The nature of my jobs, I move around the city a lot. There are some times you spend 45 minutes, sometimes an hour, and in the peak of the sun, under the sun, waiting. Like when I was coming from Ikorodu this afternoon, at Ojota, we had to wait for almost 45 minutes under the sun, waiting for a bus to bring us to ShopRite.
Most times the trekking is not here at all. Here the way we trek, because we don't see napeps, we don't see bikes that will make our journey easier, so we have to like walk. To me, I feel if you want to do something like this, you have to create an alternative, you have to prefer solutions, you have to bring buses. If it's buses you want to bring. If it's new tricycles you want to implement. Don't just come up with a ban and expect everybody to just follow the rule. And to me, I feel nobody's actually talking about it. We are not doing anything about it. The government just says, oh, there's a ban, and then we'll follow the ban. Even if we fight, we are so weak and we are so scared of making our voices heard, and we fight for a day or two and afterwards we just keep quiet. But then it's affecting everybody, regardless whether you are rich or poor. It's affecting the rich. The traffic is terrible. The poor, you still have to walk and walk and walk. Man, it's terrible. Jesus, it's terrible.
There is nothing in life that has plus that does not have minus. So it has its advantage and disadvantage. Before now, we could take Marwa here, we could take Okada here, but now that is no more. But on the other side too, government was only trying to protect our interests and ensuring that accidents is reduced. So it is comme ça.
Okay, if you want to take a bus, now maybe you are going somewhere and you want to take a bus, how easy is it for you to get a bus, sir?
It has not been easy. I've been standing here now for 45 minutes and I've not been able to get a bus going to Yanapaja.